Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
Today we're looking at part 2 of our article, Southern Summer, New Zealand's South Island. So last time we learned about some things you can do in New Zealand's South Island, and many of the things are outdoor nature things where you can explore the scenery and enjoy the atmosphere.
Yes, and that's something that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. Do you prefer to travel somewhere that's more kind of a city and busy and shops and things like that? Or do you prefer to travel to go see nature and scenery and hikes and things like that? So are you more of an outdoorsy or more of a urban traveler?
I'm definitely more of an urban traveler. I think what I enjoy most about travel is experiencing other cultures and seeing how other people live their lives. So if you're out in nature in the trees, then it's all just trees. You're not experiencing culture as much. So I like to be in big cities around lots of people when I travel.
Oh, okay.
How about you? Do you travel for nature?
I think I'm more of a nature traveler. I'm more of just like a beach traveler, let's be honest. Like if I'm going on vacation, I want to just sit on a beach and swim in the ocean and see some whales and dolphins. And that's about it. I don't need the big city. I don't need the shopping. I don't need any of that. I just want to go and play in the sand and swim in the water and snorkel. I love snorkeling. Okay,
well that's seeing nature. Snorkeling allows you to see nature and wildlife, so that's good. All right, well, we are going to learn some more outdoorsy things you can do in the South Island of New Zealand after this.
Further south, Lake Tekapo promises another unforgettable experience. This lake's unique blue-green color comes from fine glacial dust in the water. The lake is surrounded by mountains that offer impressive views, including the snow-covered peaks of Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. Lake Tekapo also sits within the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, one of the largest stargazing sites in the world. Clear summer nights reveal wonderful views of the Milky Way, the Southern Cross, and countless other stars.
All right, so we are looking at day 2 of Southern Summer, New Zealand's South Island. So again, first day we looked at some of the places and they were all outdoorsy, hiking and visiting the lake and going kayaking. And well, guess what? Day 2 is also outdoorsy stuff. So let's see what else they have in the South Island.
All right. Further south, Lake Tekapo promises another unforgettable experience. This lake's unique blue-green color comes from fine glacial dust in the water. All right, so the word unique. Unique means not like anything else. So when we're talking about something that's one of a kind, it's not like other things, then it's unique. So in this case, this lake has a unique blue color. Most other lakes are not this blue color, so that's what makes it special and one of a kind. So an example sentence, Sarah has a unique way of solving problems.
An interesting thing about this word, though, is that unique really does mean its literal definition is one of a kind, but we've kind of socially used it now for a long time as meaning special. But if you ever grow up and take the SATs, don't forget that it actually means one of a kind. So you can't be more unique or less unique because it's only one of a kind. But nowadays, we just use it as special or interesting in some way. Okay, let's go ahead and continue in the article and see more about this lake. And it says, the lake is surrounded by mountains that offer impressive views, including the snow-covered peaks of Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff happening in this lake, in and around this lake. So let's go ahead and go to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续跟着课文游览纽西兰南岛。下一站我们来到蒂卡波湖，那这座湖泊独特的蓝绿色是来自水中细致的冰川粉尘，那边的景色令人印象深刻。湖泊被群山环绕，也有包括奥拉基库克山国家公园白雪覆盖的山峰。好，来看单字 unique 是形容独特的、独一无二的。那这边有一个重点是包含分词的复合形容词，分词常常用来构成复合形容词，摆在名词的前面做修饰。那我们来看看常见搭配组合。首先可能会用名词或是形容词或副词加上 VING 这个分词去表示主动。举例来说 ，record breaking 它就可以表达破纪录的。Award winning 就可以表达得奖的。另外一个常见组合可能是用名词、形容词或副词搭配过去分词 PP， 这时候是表达被动，就像是 snow covered 就是被雪覆盖的 ，man-made 是人造的、人为的。那我们这边造个例句 ：They sometimes buy ready-made meals from the supermarket。他们有时会从超市买现成的餐点。那接回课文中。
Okay, let's get back to the article. Lake Tekapo also sits within the Aoraki-Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, one of the largest stargazing sites in the world.
Oh, that place sounds kind of interesting. So it's a reserve, but I don't think I've ever seen a reserve in this way as a dark sky reserve. It's quite interesting. So a reserve is an area that's been set aside and to be left alone and let it be totally natural. So you have many reserves where you are protecting the wildlife or the plants or trees in that area. You have national parks or national reserves that are nobody can build there, nobody can cut stuff down, you can't bring things in or out. So in this case, this reserve was a dark sky reserve, so it must have a lot of restrictions on the lights and things that can be in that area. So it's very interesting in my opinion. So the example sentence for this is, visitors must follow the rules inside the reserve because, again, they want to keep everything as natural as possible. So continuing on with our article, it says, clear summer nights reveal wonderful views of the Milky Way, the Southern Cross, and countless other stars.
All right, so yeah, it sounds very interesting to go to a reserve where you can see all of these stars with no light that blocks your view of the stars. Now let's go to Hanny.
课文接着提到，蒂卡波湖也位于奥拉基麦肯齐国际暗空保护区内。好，那么在这边呢，它其实是世界上最大的观星地点之一。在晴朗的夏日夜晚，你可以看到银河、南十字星以及无数其他繁星那种美妙的景象。我们来看单字 reserve 当名词，它可以表达保护区，像自然景观、野生生物的保护区。那么 stargazing 这个名词则表示观星。好，我们接着回到课文中。
All right, thanks, Hanny. So yeah, you can go to this dark sky reserve and look at the Southern Cross, which is a very famous symbol of countries in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's actually on many countries' national flags, including New Zealand's national flag.
Oh, very cool. That would be something interesting to see.
All right, well, we're going to learn more about the things you can see in the South Island of New Zealand after this break.
Finally, adventure lovers will feel right at home in the dramatic environments of Fiordland National Park at the island's southwestern edge. The park's crown jewel, Milford Sound, is best enjoyed on boat rides through towering, forest-covered fjords where waterfalls plunge more than 150 meters into the sea below. Summer here brings excellent opportunities to see different animals, from playful seals lying on rocks to rare penguins swimming through the dark waters. The landscapes of New Zealand's South Island are world famous, and for good reason. Make the most of summer in the south and explore peaceful lakes and mountains that reach for the sky. A trip around this slice of paradise is sure to create memories that will stay with you forever.
All right, so we are back and we have even more to learn about the southern island. So let's get into the article and see what else there is to see. So it says, finally, adventure lovers will feel right at home in the dramatic environments of Fiordland National Park at the island's southwestern edge. So we have another national park that you can go to if you like outdoorsy adventures.
Okay, and this national park has dramatic environments. So dramatic means sudden or suddenly changing from one to another in a severe way. So if we're talking about dramatic environments, it means that there are very different and probably very extreme environments within this national park. So an example sentence, the photo showed a dramatic ocean view. All right, getting back to the article, the park's crown jewel, Milford Sound, is best enjoyed on boat rides through towering forest-covered fjords, where waterfalls plunge more than 150 meters into the sea below.
That sounds very pretty and very interesting to see. And it says, summer here brings excellent opportunities to see different animals, from playful seals lying on rocks to rare penguins swimming through the dark waters. So you get to see many different animals, seals, from all the way from seals to penguins. And kind of funny to think about seeing penguins if you were on a boat in like a forest, but cool anyway. And we had this word playful, and this adjective just means full of play. So if something is playful, it's not serious, it likes having fun, it's just enjoying their life. So for example, if you're talking about animals and they're being playful, then they're just kind of jumping around or playing with other animals and just kind of being very happy and silly. And our example sentence is, the puppy was very playful and chased its tail. All right, let's go ahead and go to Hanny.
下一站是峡湾国家公园，它位于岛屿的西南边缘，有着壮观的环境，很适合热爱冒险的旅人。那课文提到，国家公园里面的米尔福德峡湾最适合乘船游览高耸、森林覆盖的峡湾，瀑布从超过150公尺高处倾泻而下，注入了下方的海洋。而且呢，在夏季可以观赏到不同动物，像是躺在岩石上嬉戏的海豹啊，或者是在黑暗水域中游泳的那种稀有企鹅。好，来看单字 dramatic。dramatic 它是形容激动人心的或是戏剧的， playful 则是形容爱玩的、嬉戏的或是开着玩笑的。那我们接回课文中。
Let's get back to the article. The landscapes of New Zealand's South Island are world famous, and for good reason. Make the most of summer in the south and explore peaceful lakes and mountains that reach for the sky. All right, so we have a word there which is landscape. Landscape is a noun and it means all of the visible features of a certain area. So when we're talking about a beautiful landscape, we're talking about all of the things that you can see around you on the land usually. So on the land, the things that you can see are parts of the landscape, and it can be very wide. And that's why actually when we're taking a photo, you can say, do you want it landscape, meaning the wide photo, because that's how landscapes are. They're very wide. So example sentence, painters often choose natural landscapes as their subjects.
Yes, and so if we continue on, we read that it says, a trip around this slice of paradise is sure to create memories that will stay with you forever. So again, kind of wrapping up the whole article and talking about how wonderful this place was and calling it a slice of paradise. Now, a slice is just a small piece. So normally you use this word when you talk about having a slice of pizza or a slice of cake. But in this case, we talked about it being a slice of paradise. So a little tiny spot that is part of something that you would consider paradise or something very beautiful or wonderful in that way. And our example sentence says, the museum offers a slice of the town's history. Not all of it, but just a little piece of the town's history.
Okay, now let's go to Hanny.
纽西兰南岛的风景举世闻名，那选在2月造访，可以充分利用南方的夏季来探索宁静湖泊和高耸的山脉。如果有机会到这一片人间天堂旅游，相信一定会留下毕生难忘的回忆。我们来看看单字 landscape。landscape 它是指风景，尤其是指陆地上的风景景色。那它用到字尾 scape 这个部分就有景色的意思。再看到 slice。它是名词，表示一部分，或者是像食物它的薄片一片。好，这边还有一个重点是 make the most of 加上名词，那这个片语表示充分利用、善用某事物来求得最大成效。它强调的是充分利用有利的条件或机会。例如 ，Summer camps are a good way to make the most of your summer vacation。夏令营是充分利用暑假的一个好方法。那我们接回课文中。
Okay, so we have a what do you think question. So, if you could visit only one of the places described, which would you choose and why?
If I had the chance, I think I'd choose the Dark Sky Reserve because I think that sounds really interesting to actually have a place that has so little light pollution that you could see the sky that clearly. I think that would be cool. That's probably where I'd choose.
No, that does sound like an interesting place to go. Also, you'd see different stars in the southern hemisphere of the Earth than you could see from here in Taiwan.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, that's one of the places you can visit in New Zealand's South Island, but we've learned about a lot more. So it's time to start planning your trip, and I'll start planning mine now. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Further south, Lake Tekapo promises another unforgettable experience. This lake's unique blue-green color comes from fine glacial dust in the water. The lake is surrounded by mountains that offer impressive views, including the snow-covered peaks of Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. Lake Tekapo also sits within the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, one of the largest stargazing sites in the world. Clear summer nights reveal wonderful views of the Milky Way, the Southern Cross, and countless other stars. Finally, adventure lovers will feel right at home in the dramatic environments of Fiordland National Park at the island's southwestern edge. The park's crown jewel, Milford Sound, is best enjoyed on boat rides through towering, forest-covered fjords where waterfalls plunge more than 150 meters into the sea below. Summer here brings excellent opportunities to see different animals, from playful seals lying on rocks to rare penguins swimming through the dark waters. The landscapes of New Zealand's South Island are world famous, and for good reason. Make the most of summer in the south and explore peaceful lakes and mountains that reach for the sky. A trip around this slice of paradise is sure to create memories that will stay with you forever.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 unique 是形容独特的、独一无二的 ；reserve 名词表示自然景观或野生生物保护区 ；dramatic 它是形容激动人心的或者是戏剧的。Playful 则是形容爱玩的、嬉戏的或开着玩笑的。那么 landscape 这个名词，它尤其是指陆地上的风景景色。再来看到 slice， 它是名词，表达一部分，也可以指食物的薄片一片。文法的部分，我们第一个学到包含分词的复合形容词，我们可以用名词或形容词或副词搭配 VING 去表示主动，也可以用名词、形容词或副词搭配 PP 去表示被动。第二个学到 make the most of 加上名词是表达充分利用、善用某事物来求得最大的成效。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Oh, I am so stuffed. The food is delicious, but I couldn't take another bite.
Same here. Should we ask for a doggy bag from the waiter?
A doggy bag? You mean like a bag that we can carry our dog around in?
Oh no, I mean a bag that restaurants give you to take leftovers home.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I definitely think we should. I don't want to let this great food go to waste.
Right, and we might need a couple to fit everything in.
Hi everyone, today's phrase is doggy bag.
It's a bag restaurants give you to bring home food you didn't finish.
This term originated during World War II when food was scarce and the government strongly discouraged wasting meals. So if customers couldn't finish their food at restaurants, they often wanted to take the leftovers home.
To avoid embarrassing customers, restaurants would offer paper bags or boxes saying the food was for the dog. That's why these bags were called doggy bags.
Interesting. The term stuck and is now commonly used for takeout bags, while takeout boxes are usually called to-go boxes.
Right. Here's an example sentence using doggy bag. I couldn't finish my steak, so I brought it home in a doggy bag.
Or the portions were huge, so we asked the waiter for a doggy bag to take the leftovers home.
Exactly. And that's all for today.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.